Now let's say he meets some yogi. Now Ramesh is full of guilt, angry with himself, he is frustrated with himself, he doesn't like himself. So now he's full of guilt. Now guilt stays in the Mooladhara chakra because it deals with the desire to survive. That is, food and sleep is basically the survival instincts, the desire to survive in the world. So he feels like he wants to commit suicide and all. So it deals with Mooladhara. So let's say he meets a yogi. The yogi is coming from the Himalayas barefoot, and Ramesh falls at his feet. He'll tell, Yogi, whoever you are, Sadhu Sant, please help me. Like, I'm full of guilt. I have cheated on my own wife and I feel very guilty. How to come out of this mess? He requests. And the yogi replies, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. And as soon as he chants Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, his anahata activates. He will feel the love Ram felt towards Sita and Krishna felt towards Radha. He'll tell Krishnaya Vasudevaya, Hare Paramatmane, Pranataha Kleshanashaya, Govindaya Namo Namaha. The yogi gives him lot of mantras to chant on. The yogi will tell him to chant Hanuman Chalisa. So whenever Hanuman Chalisa is chanted, the Manipura chakra gets balanced because Hanuman will remove the ego of the Manipura. All the ego of money, fame, power lies in the Manipura. So when you chant Hanuman mantras, the Manipura ego will be resolved, and he gives the mantra of Batuk Bhairava. So Batuk Bhairava will balance the Swadhisthana. So whenever Batuk Bhairava mantra is chanted, the Kamakala Kali, that is the desire for sexual activities, will reduce or get balanced. The desire for sexual activities is not bad. It is needed for the human species to continue, but it is no longer needed for the Anahata love. For Anahata love, that is Ramesh to love Rohini, the Swadhisthana is not needed. But if Ramesh and Rohini wants children, son or daughter, only then the Swadhisthana will be required. Chanting the mantras of Bhairava will reduce the desire for sexual activities, and the Kundalini will be stored for the upper chakras. And when it goes to the Manipura, if the mantra of Hanuman is chanted, the ego will be removed. And if you want to satisfy your own hunger, then you have to chant the mantra of Ganapati. So Ganapati's big belly represents a filled stomach. So chanting Ganapati mantra will fill your stomach. So that is how the yogi introduces Ramesh to the deities. So the deities belong to the causal realm. In the causal realm, there are different deities which are representing the different chakras. And that is where our deep-rooted desires are present in the form of deities. And these deities help us in going back to our true self, that is Sadashiva. So the yogi teaches him different mantras of Ganapati, Bhairava, Hanuman, and Krishna, Ram. So when the yogi introduces him to all those deities, his life will be completely changed. He will no longer feel the lower three chakra desires. Then he will only look for that unconditional love, that love which Ram had towards Sita, Krishna had towards Radha. He will only look for that. So once he practices sadhana, his kundalini will start flowing to the upper chakras. Then it will no longer desire the lower three chakras, and finally he will be reincarnated in the astral planets as an astral being. So that is how a yogi helped Ramesh to go to the astral planets. Because the astral planets are more to do with the Anahata and Vishuddha. The astral beings no longer have the lower three chakras. They don't have the Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, because they have completely sacrificed or extinguished the lower chakras by the path of yoga. It may be Raja Yoga, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga. So whichever yoga they have practiced, they have finally been able to achieve Samadhi and go to the astral planets where the lower three chakras are not present. And that is how Ramesh's life got changed. Now he feels a lot of guilt towards Rohini, and that's why he becomes an astral being and helps Rohini also overcome the lower three chakras and finally take her to the astral planets. So that is how all the astral beings are helping humans. They are helping humans to transcend. But the problem is, in the Kali Yuga, the influence of lower lokas, that is Atal, Vital, Sutal, Talatal, Mahatal, Sutal, Patala, is more because our Bhurloka, that is our solar system, consisting of Sun, Moon, Jupiter, Saturn, Venus, Mercury, Rahu, Ketu, our solar system is far away from the black hole. Whenever the solar system is far away from the black hole, which is in the center of the physical realm, the ether content in the air is less. Whenever the ether content is less, the wisdom is less. So when the wisdom is less, the lower chakras or the lower lokas will influence you more. That is, the lower entities like Pisachini, Yakshini will have more influence on you than the higher entities from the Bhuva, Swaha, Maha, Jana, Tapo, Loka. So when the Satya Yuga happens, whenever the solar system is near the black hole of the galaxy, that time what happens is the ether in the air is more, the wisdom is more, and the influence of astral beings, causal beings is more on the Bhurloka, that is our solar system. So that is why Kali Yuga is one of the toughest yugas to transcend. That is, since the influence of lower lokas, lower entities is more, it is a bit tough to transcend than the Satya Yuga. So that's why we have to learn the path of yoga that is taught by the Saptarishis, Bhairavas, Agamas, Tantras, Upanishads. So we have to learn the Vedas, Upanishads, and learn how to channelize the Kundalini to the upper chakras. We have to learn how to fall in love, how to feel that unconditional love of Krishna, of Vishnu, Shiva, Kali, Durga. We have to learn how they feel towards us. Only then we will be able to reincarnate in the higher planets. So once we channelize the Kundalini completely upwards, like how the yogi does. So the yogi has completely left all the desires and he's only in the Sahasrara. He is trying to store his ojas for millions of years so that finally he can become a causal being. Once he becomes a causal being, he can create universes just by his thought. So that is what causal beings are doing in the causal realm. In the causal realm, since there is the existence of only two chakra, that is Sahasrara, Agna, they just have the desire to dream. They are creating universes just by thinking. So that is what happens if you store your ojas for millions of years. And that is what yogis do. And once yogi blesses Ramesh, Ramesh also transforms and he transcends to the higher planets. Once you go beyond the Sahasrara, that is, once you go beyond the desire to think, then you no longer exist. You are in the pure state of consciousness called Sadashiva. So the Sadashiva, which is the pure state of consciousness, is just watching the Maya. It is still there inside us. That is, our original self is still there inside us. It is watching the whole Maya, that is Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha, Maha, Jana, Tapo, Satya, and Atal, Vital, Sutal, Talatal, all the creations of causal beings, astral beings, human beings, and the whole Maya Leela of Tripura Sundari. It is just watching through the naked eyes. That is, it is not judging it. It is watching through the non-dual eyes. And it is not judging anything bad or good, evil or holy. It is considering everything as Maya and it is not making it dual in nature. So when you watch this reality with that non-dual eyes, only then you get detached from everything. So once you get detached from all the chakras, you go to your purest state of consciousness. You go beyond this phase of life. So practice this, that is practice sadhana, so that you can channelize your Kundalini to the upper chakras and also stay detached from the whole Maya so that you will no longer suffer in it. You have entered Maya because of desires and now you have to leave Maya in case it is painful. So I hope this video has brought some light to your consciousness. Thanks for watching and we'll meet in the next video. Jai Mahakal.